The judge's voice echoed through the silent courtroom. Case dismissed against the defendant. The inheritance stands. My parents' faces crumpled, their lies exposed under the fluorescent lights. But the real bombshell? The DNA report whispered their blood secret. They'd buried the truth of my birth and my real father's murder. My name is Eleanor, and this is how everything changed. I gripped the edge of the wooden bench, my knuckles white. The air felt thick, like the weight of every unspoken word between us. My mother, or the woman I'd called mother, turned slowly toward me. Her eyes, once warm in childhood memories, now burned with a mix of rage and defeat. You think this is over? She hissed under her breath, just loud enough for me to hear. The bailiff cleared his throat, signaling the end. But for me, it was only the beginning. Flashback a few weeks earlier. I'd been sitting in the lawyer's office, the one Grandpa had trusted with his will. The room smelled of old leather and stale coffee. Mr. Hargrove, a man with wire-rimmed glasses and a perpetual frown, slid the documents across the desk. Eleanor, your grandfather left everything to you. The estate, the investments, over $2 million. I nodded, numb. Grandpa had passed 6 months ago. Heart attack, they said. But my parents? They'd contested it immediately, claimed I was unstable, that I didn't deserve it. Unstable? Me, the one who'd cared for him in his final days while they jetted off to Europe. Why now? I asked, my voice steady, but my heart pounding. Hargrove leaned back. Your parents filed an injunction. They say the will was coerced. Coerced. The word hung there. I laughed bitterly, a sound that echoed too loudly in the quiet office. Coerced by who? The man who'd raised them? Spoiled them? No, this was about control. Always had been. I left that meeting with copies of the will clutched in my hand. Driving home, rain slicked the windshield. My childhood home loomed ahead. A sprawling Victorian my grandfather had bought decades ago. It was supposed to be mine now. But inside, my parents waited. Father in his armchair, newspaper folded neatly. Mother fussing over tea, as if nothing was wrong. Eleanor, dear, she said, smiling that plastic smile. We need to talk about the inheritance. I set my bag down. Talk? They'd already lawyered up behind my back. That night, dinner was tense. Father cleared his throat. It's for the best, Ellie. You're young, impulsive. We can manage it until you're ready. Manage it. Like I was a child, I pushed my plate away. You mean take it, contest it, make it yours. Mother's fork clattered. Don't be dramatic. We're your parents. We know what's best. Parents. The word twisted in my gut. I'd always sensed something off. Whispers in the family, photos that didn't match, but I shoved it down until the court date loomed. The days blurred into preparations. I hired my own lawyer, a sharp woman named Ms. Riley. She dug into records quietly. Something's not adding up, she told me over coffee. Your birth certificate, inconsistencies. Inconsistencies. My mind raced. What did that mean? The first hearing was a circus. My parents' lawyer, slick and suited, painted me as ungrateful. Miss Harper has a history of instability, he droned. Instability? One bad breakup years ago, twisted into something sinister. I sat there, fists clenched, watching them nod along. Father even teared up. Crocodile tears. The judge adjourned, but not before eyeing the DNA request I'd filed. DNA. To prove lineage. To solidify my claim. They laughed it off. But I saw the flicker in Mother's eyes. Fear. Nights were sleepless. I'd paced the guest room. My old room, now a storage space. Memories flooded. Grandpa's stories by the fire, his hand on my shoulder. You're special, Ellie. Blood tells the truth. Blood. What had he meant? Then, the bombshell email from Riley. We have results. Meet me tomorrow. My hand shook as I drove to her office. She didn't mince words. The DNA doesn't match your parents. Not even close. I stared. What? You're adopted, but not legally. And your real father, he was murdered. Murdered. The word hit like a freight train. 30 years ago. Unsolved. But the timeline fits. Fits what? She explained. My parents had been caretakers for my real father, a wealthy man before Grandpa. He'd died suspiciously, inheritance scattered. They'd raised me as their own, but forged papers. Grandpa had suspected, protected me. Now, the will, it was his way of setting it right. But contesting it risked exposure. I confronted them that evening. The house was dim, shadows dancing. Why? I demanded, slamming the door. Father stood, face pale. Eleanor, sit down. No. The DNA. My real father, you knew. Mother sobbed, or pretended to. It was an accident. He fell. Fell into what? A plot? Lies unraveled slowly. They admitted caring for him, but swore innocence. But Riley had more. Police reports. Buried. A A struggle, bruises on the body, and my blood tied to him. Court resumed. The evidence mounted. My parents squirmed as witnesses. Old neighbors testified. He was too trusting, one said. They wanted his fortune. The judge listened. Then the DNA sealed it. Not just mismatch, proof of lineage to the murdered man, and whispers of tampering. As the gavel fell in that final moment, justice cracked open. But the pain, it lingered. Betrayal from the people who'd shaped me, or tried to. I walked out into the sunlight, free but fractured. The inheritance was mine, but the scars, deeper than money, yet something stirred. Revenge, number, truth. The real fight was just beginning. Weeks after the verdict, the house felt like a tomb. Empty echoes where family once was. I'd move back in, legally mine now. But every creak reminded me of their whispers. Father's study, mother's jewelry box, all tainted. I hired cleaners, but ghosts don't dust away. Riley called. Police are reopening the case. Your evidence helped. My real father's name, Thomas Hale. A businessman, kind eyes and faded photos. Murdered in his home, staged as accident. Suspects? None then. Now my parents, Richard and Lydia Harper. They'd vanished after court, holed up in a motel. Lawyers scrambling. I dove into boxes, Grandpa's attic stash. Letters yellowed with time. Keep her safe, Tom, one read. To my father, Grandpa had known. Covered tracks to protect me. Tears blurred ink. Why hide? A knock shattered silence. Detective Lang, badge gleaming. Miss Harper, Eleanor, mind if we talk? I let him in. He sipped coffee, eyes sharp. Your parents, alibis don't hold. They claimed out of town that night, but receipts, timestamps, lies. He showed files, Thomas Hale's body, bruises hidden under fall, and a will, predating murder, leaving to me, unborn. I'd been conceived just before. My mother, real one, died in childbirth, they said. No, poisoned whispers emerged. Lydia, jealous caretaker, wanted the life, conflict brewed. They sued again, appeal, claiming forgery. But DNA laughed. I testified, voice steady. They raised me, but built on bones. Courtroom packed. Reporters scribbled. Mother took stand. Tears flowed. Eleanor, we love you. Love? Twisted? Father glared. It's your fault meddling. Fault? For truth? Deeper digs revealed. Bank records. Siphoned funds from Thomas. Years of quiet theft. Grandpa's will? Last stand. They'd poisoned him too? Suspicions grew. Autopsy review ordered. Nights, doubts crept. Was I monster's child? No. Thomas innocent. Letters proved. He fought for justice, exposed fraud. My parents, accomplices. Riley uncovered diary. Lydia's hidden entries. Tom must go. For us. Us, her, and Richard. Affair? Motive deepened. Tension peaked. They confronted me. Broke in one night. Door splintered. You ruined us, Father roared. Mother clutched knife, kitchen blade. Give it back. The money. Money? It was blood. I backed away. Phone dialing. Sirens wailed. They fled, but cuffed soon. Interrogation tapes leaked. Confessions cracked. Accident, but details matched scene. Secrets layered, not just murder. Cover-up ring. Others involved? Family friends testified. They bragged quietly. Bragged. My world tilted. Inheritance secured, but soul scarred. Who was I now? Grandpa's portrait watched. Truth sets free. Free, costly. As appeals crumbled, peace teased, but shadows lingered. What else hid? The station house buzzed. Fluorescent hum, coffee stale. I sat across from Lang. They're talking. Separately, talking. Lydia first. Breakdown. Richard pushed him. I cleaned. Pushed. Downstairs. But bruises said fight. Thomas knew their theft. Confronted. Rage exploded. Richard? Denied. But evidence piled. Fingerprints old. But DNA under nails. My father's. Struggle real. I visited jail. Glass partition. Mother's eyes hollow. Eleanor. Forgive. Blood on hands. Why me? You were innocent. Our chance to steal life. Emotional walls cracked. Sobs escaped. I'd loved them. Flawed. But lies eroded. Turned to dust. Media frenzy. Harper Air uncovers murder. Interviews declined. But isolation gnawed. Friends distant. Scandal taint. Alone in mansion. Echoes mocked. Therapy sessions. Unravel. Betrayal orphans twice. Lost real parents, then false. Dreams haunted. Thomas's face, pleading. Grandpa's voice, strong, Ellie. Turning point came. Box of tapes, Thomas's recordings, hidden by Grandpa. Richard, Lydia, stealing, stop or expose. Last entry, fear, then silence. Police raided their storage. Documents, forged adoption. My birth, hidden. Real mother, Lydia's sister, twist, affair tangled. Thomas loved her, not Lydia. Jealousy birthed murder. Court reconvened. Trial, prosecutor fierce, premeditated, for greed. Defense, accident plea. But jury saw truth. Verdicts, guilty, life sentences. I testified final time. Voice broke. They took my father, my heritage. Heritage, not money, identity. Breakdown hit post-verdict. Alone, curled on floor. Sobs racked. Why me? Why survive? But dawn broke. Strength stirred. Inheritance, charity now. Honor, Thomas. Friends returned. Tentative. Proud of you. Proud, survived. But pain peaked. Letter from Lydia. We did love. In way, poisoned, burned it, ashes swirled, turning. Forgiveness, number, release, life pivoted, new path, advocate, stories like mine, secrets kill quiet, tension eased, but scars etched. Who heals family fracture? Months blurred into healing. Mansion sold, fresh start. Apartment downtown, simple. Inheritance funded causes, justice funds, orphan aid. Thomas's legacy lived. Revenge, not petty. Truth's blade sharper. They rotted in cells, secrets aired. Media faded, but impact lingered. Books written, number, quiet victory, resolution settled. Visited grave, Thomas's, fresh flowers. Found you, Dad, wind whispered peace. New family, friends, chosen, Riley partner in firm. Lang updates, appeals denied. Emotional close, betrayal forged steel. Heartbreak to empowerment. Justice poetic, court unveiled all. What would you do if this happened to you? Tell me in the comments. Thank you for watching The Wordy Revenge. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of betrayal, justice, and redemption. Until next time, stay strong and never stop believing in your truth.